You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef.
Good morning, Southern Arizona. We got a great show lined up for you today. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday. We're airing out all different types of beef in the podcast broadcast later on. Got some national news happening with an Arizona band and a rapper that used to date Miley Cyrus's little sister.
Oh.
That's his claim to fame, that and his drug addiction, Lil Xan. You know, it's crazy. I've been a hater of Lil Xan since I've heard of Lil Xan.
Oh.
And I don't expect you guys to know who Lil Xan is. But I do want you to know about the Dropout Kings, who are from Phoenix, Arizona, who are now currently on a nationwide headlining tour after getting screwed over. The drama is thick and it is real. So I have Adam, the lead singer of Dropout Kings, popping in on the podcast broadcast stream at 9 a.m. to give us the whole rundown of their newly branded F Lil Xan tour.
No, that's so funny.
Yeah. It's real. And you know what? They're not wrong. They're not in the wrong in this situation. It's a business move that, they got screwed over. And, aspiring bands, I know so many musicians that, take that plunge, go all in and load up in a van and go from town to town and literally live off gas station food, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and scrape by selling merch and trying to build that fan base to live that rock and roll dream. It's not an easy dream to do, especially when you're with a band of brothers, a group of people. So to get a tour that's, that you're supporting a headliner and then having the headliner pull out like less than 12 hours before the first show starts.
Ooh.
Yeah, without any heads up while you're halfway across the country in a van on your own dime. Yeah, you're gonna be a little upset about that. And that's what happened to the Dropout Kings. So, we'll be talking about that. And then, of course, we'll have weed rapper Hotrock Supajoint in studio.
Yeah.
And all last week, you've been following him on social media?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been getting drama.
I know.
So he does a show very much like we do a show on YouTube, every Weed's Nest night, which is tonight, Wednesday night. And he had this guy from like Tennessee, aspiring musician. And it's usually, I'll tell you this right now, it's never the good musicians. It's always the terrible musicians that give you the problem. Being in radio for as long as I have, I've come across a lot of a-holes musicians, and every one of the a-hole musicians sucked. Yeah. It never the good ones, the ones that are very talented and put together good songs. Those are the ones that usually are great to deal with. But the ones that have no right to be upset when you politely decline.
Yep.
And then they just freak out and declare all-out war. I've seen it before. I've had these battles against me. I won every single one. And now Hot Rock is experiencing it. And I'm like, welcome to the club, buddy. So we're going to catch up on that drama, too. I'm excited about the podcast broadcast today, man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So we got that going on. And, of course, today's the first day of June.
It is the first day of June.
Yes. So we're going to look, there's a lot of things to look forward to in June. There's new beginnings for Powers. He just moved into a new house. Congratulations, buddy.
I'm so sore, so much moving. Yes.
Well, that's because, again, you're skinny fat. You got no muscle whatsoever. And yeah, you're telling me about moving boxes and feeling like you tore something. It wasn't tearing anything. You were literally growing a muscle. So welcome to manhood.
I'll take it. Whatever it takes, I'll take it.
You need to bulk up those buys, dude. And once you get the buys going, you got to get the tries going.
Oh,
all right.
Buys and the tries.
Yes. And then after that, you got to stop trying.
I know about quads. That's about it.
Yeah. You need to do something. So those muscles will help. But here are things to look forward to in June. Besides all the tickets that we give away on the show on a regular basis, the NBA Finals get started, I think tomorrow night on June 2nd. Yeah. So maybe even today. The Stanley Cup playoffs are in full swing, and the U.S. Open starts June 13th. So it's a good sports season.
Sports.
Mm-hmm. On TV, there's going to be coverage of Queen's Platinum Jubilee that airs on Thursday. And the boys, blah, 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 blah. Things coming in June. Things coming in June. What's going on, guys? All right, we're back on the podcast broadcast, getting ready for our first guest, Adam Ramey of the Dropout Kings. And I'm going to pull this up, too, so you can get a little backstory here.
Fill me in a little bit, home. What has occurred? And who's this Lil Xan?
Well, fuck a Lil Xan, and we're not necessarily filling you in on Lil Xan. Some of you, and in fact, actually, real quick, on the survey here, how many of you have heard of Lil Xan? Go ahead, give me a yay or nay on that one. I know you haven't, but again, you're 40. You're not like, it's not like you got your finger on the pulse when it comes to pop culture, music and stuff. When it comes to
I like to keep up on the newest Lils.
Yeah, and they see. I mean, that's an old man joke, and that's fine.
What?
You know, that's fine. That's not my point. The point is, and it's fine if you don't, because it's shit music. It's shit music that kids liked for a minute, but his career is basically over. It's been over. He dated Miley Cyrus's little sister for a little bit. Now his biggest notoriety. He had a little MTV play, and because he was this cute little 17-year-old white kid, right, who's mumble rapping because he was high on Oxycontin. And he booked a tour with a new metal band. They're calling new metal. It's Dropout Kings. Dropout Kings are signed to Suburban Noise, and they've been putting in work, and they're out of Phoenix, Arizona. So Arizona band doing their thing. So they actually were very excited to be on a tour with Lil Xan as the headliner, because Lil Xan does draw. And so they had this nationwide tour where they were going to go expand their fan base and preach your gospel and whatnot. And then at the very last minute, well, I'm going to let Adam explain this. So ladies and gentlemen, real quick, welcome to the podcast broadcast. We got Adam from Dropout Kings. Good morning, Adam. Can you hear me?
What's up? Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Where are you at now? Are you at home still?
No, we're in Jacksonville at a friend's house.
Nice. Look at you crashing. Well, it's good to meet you. My name's Beef. This is Powers.
You too.
And representing Phoenix, Arizona in general with the Dropout Kings, who we played on this station before, and want to, show you a lot of love. But before we even get into all that, right now we're on the podcast part. We're going to get on the FM's side and talk a little bit about this fallout. Now, I've been on, full disclosure, I've been on the fuck Lil Xan tip for a minute. And, for various reasons, but, there's no respect there. But I understand the appeal to jump on a tour with Lil Xan, because he's got a fan base, and, those young demographic, and doing a support tour is very, instrumental in helping build bands awareness in other markets. Right. And so what he did to you guys, knowing the industry so well, was just foul, dirty, and unprofessional. So I'm going to go on the record. Yeah, I'm going to go on the record saying you're absolutely in the right, and just publicly just saying, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, what got me is I really I was defending this guy for a little bit, because people would be like, why are you doing this? I'm like, hey, we want to bring our band is metal hip hop influence, and we want to kind of bring that together, and try to, just kind of make a cool experience for the fans. And, that was the whole intention. And I was I wanted to like this guy, you know what I mean? Literally he sent us a message a week before and was can't wait to see you guys on tour, blah, blah. And then literally, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it's that. So I'm and it's one thing, I understand sobriety and I'm all for it. I mean, my fiance's parents have been sober for 25 years. I totally get it. It's different if you told us a week or two before, hey, I can't do this because I'm worried about my sobriety. You know what I mean?
Right.
That I totally give us a heads up or something, you know what I mean? Or don't accept the tour, that's once again, it's just,
it sounds like a cop out.
Yeah,
it sounds like a cop out, a bullshit excuse, because you had plenty of time. It had plenty of time.
Right.
Because just to make it clear, when did he cancel on you? 12 hours before? That's what happened?
Yeah, probably. Because here's the we pulled up to So What, and then he didn't show up,
which is a music festival. Right.
Yeah. So What festival in Texas, and he didn't show up for his set, and we were supposed to go from there to Florida and then play the first show of the tour. And then
that was your first heads up that you were like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
the old no call,
bro.
no show.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that
dude,
don't fly
it
at
was
McDonald's,
bad.
and it shouldn't fly at the music
No,
tour, right?
Right.
no, and it just sucks, like gas is so freaking expensive now, and it's just this is one of the everything's just super tight right now, and I've personally fronted $14,000 to because we have a tour in Europe happening, and I fronted all of our plane tickets, and this tour was gonna bankroll all of that back to me. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like, and it's like I'm fine, I have plenty, but it's just like it sucks. You know what I mean? It's just like
It's not a drop in the
it's one
bucket,
of those
man.
things.
And yeah, and you're still going
No,
to be
it's
playing
not. It's a
catch up.
good chunk of change. Yeah, oh,
Hmm.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I get mad when someone takes $20 from me. So 14K, I'm like, bro.
For real. And that's basically what he was doing. He was taking 14K and some from you, and
Absolutely.
and making you scramble. And the fact that like you had this opportunity, he had this opportunity while you were still at home before you like set sail on this tour. To say,
Right.
hey man, I'm having sobriety issues or concerns. We're gonna have to pull out, reschedule. Not only did he fuck you guys, he fucked the promoters, the
Oh,
venues, the
exactly.
the
Right.
fans. Yeah. So
Right. And
we got
even
about go ahead.
no, sorry. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
Well, I was just saying we have about 40 seconds before we get on the air and do like a quick little
Cool.
tease, and we'll keep the conversation going.
And don't let this kid
Yeah,
fool you. You
absolutely.
can't curse on the air, obviously. He's all
Yeah.
hot. He's hot for
I
you.
am hot. I am
Yeah.
hot. But
I
it's great
appreciate
because
you.
yeah, well, there's first off, AZ love for sure, and I
Yes,
always
100%.
yeah, and then I appreciate the grind it takes. I know it well, and you
Thank
guys
you.
are doing
I
good.
appreciate that.
So yeah, to have someone like that kind of derail it is going to be a silver lining
Yeah.
moment
It
for you
sucks.
because yeah,
I
it
agree.
sucks, but we're going to talk the good stuff. So here we're on here right
Yeah.
now. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. That was Bring Me the Horizon. And on the podcast broadcast, we have Adam Ramey from Dropout Kings. Good morning, Adam.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yes. Well, thanks for being had. We're talking with Adam because him and the boys are on a nationwide tour. They made their way from Arizona, or they're based out of Phoenix, all the way to the East Coast to start doing a tour run with I say rapper like with air quotes, with
Yeah.
with Oxycontin mumbler Lil Xan.
Right.
I'll just jabbing. I'm
You
just
are.
throwing it
He's
out
hot.
there.
I love it.
I
love
say
it.
F me some Lil Xan. Well, this kid, this wannabe celebrity was gonna headline a tour because he does have a fan base. Dropout Kings were gonna be direct support of that tour, and he canceled on them, leaving them high and dry.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nationwide drama that's happening with Dropout Kings. And the silver lining is they are popping up all over the place. Adam, didn't you just do an interview with TMZ?
Yeah, I did actually. And it's funny because the guy I talked to, his name's Trent, but he was like saying the silver lining thing too. So it's cool hearing you say it also, But yeah, that was insane. I was in a subway, dude, across the street from the venue trying to save this show. And I'm like, I even said it in the TMZ interview. I'm like, literally currently I'm in a subway, a random subway, and I'm just, trying to make this happen still.
Yes.
Like it was
So
crazy.
we're gonna talk about the fallout with Adam on the podcast broadcast stream. Also, what they've done to save and salvage their tour, and how maybe you could check them out, help them out along the way, and get them back home safely after a successful tour. So you can join us on the Facebook page, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it here because we're gonna have more with Adam from the Dropout Kings after Foo Fighters. Here's the Pretender and Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. But you know the name of the show. Let's go. All right, clear. All right, so now we're back on the stream, right? That's how we do that. So, yeah, let's talk about how you saved this tour because you had to whip this shit together. So you found out, what is it, 2 days ago, 3 days ago that Xan was out?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, probably
Let me
3
pull
days
up
ago.
let me pull up your Instagram.
Yeah, so the last few days have been such a blur for me. It's like,
Really?
it's crazy.
Okay, so yeah, could you even enjoy the festival that you were performing at in Florida when you realized that Xan wasn't showing up?
Dude, like I did. I still tried because my thing is like I always feel what I feel for like 10, 15 minutes and then I'm like, all right, I felt what I felt. Now it's not serving me. I got to do something that can get me out of the situation I'm in. And so like then I kind of turned to be as pragmatic as possible. So I still tried to enjoy. I made the best of it. We networked our asses off, and like that really paid off. You know what I mean? And we were hanging out and just having a good time, and like, so it was still, I was still able to enjoy it, but it was still definitely weighing on my mind the entire time.
Yeah. Again, and we'll go back to the silver lining because a lot of bands are definitely in the same situation.
Yeah.
At every level, they've been at the level
Mhm.
that you're at, right?
Yeah,
And that's how it is.
100%.
Yeah, they know what it's like to load up the van and the trailer every night, to go city to city, sell merch to get by, and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like that's the
Yeah,
cliche, but it's
100%. It's
yeah, it's
true.
real.
It's cliche because it's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Right. So getting this is only helping the band get more endearment from other like-minded bands who you may be
Totally.
able to link up with here in the future. With this, it started with you tweeting out on the 30th, which is 2 days ago, that Xan dropped off the tour after everyone already left country, didn't show up for the rest of his set at So What. So we're rebooking this entire tour. Stay tuned. Please bear with us. Also, fuck Lil Xan.
Boom.
With the little prayer emojis. Why the prayer
Those three
emojis?
words changed. Those 3 words changed everything. Why
Well,
the prayer emojis? Because I was like,
yeah.
stay tuned. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Like, so what was the first move you did to salvage this tour? Like, what was the first phone call you had to make?
The first thing we did was we had the team reach out to all the venues and the promoters and try to salvage everything that we possibly could. And it all sounds great in theory until you start getting into the nitty gritty of it. And it's like, okay, these guys thought it was a go. Then they thought it was canceled. Now it's a go again. Oh, like now they got to rebook their sound guy that was working that night, the light guy. They got to rerun all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as easy as, hey, it's back on. You know what I'm saying? In some
Right.
of these cases. So, like, I mean, there's so many people that have been, and then so yeah, that was like the first thing that we did. And then thankfully, there's been a lot of people just out there trying to help bring opportunities our way. Thank God. These people are just everybody's so wonderful. It's kind of like it's like I was sitting there for a while, like one night, and I was just like, I just honestly can't believe like how amazing people actually are. Like it's crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's great though. It's great to see people step up, and then it's also a great opportunity to get on people's radars that people were like, let's
Yeah.
check these guys out. Let's go down the rabbit hole. They'll see that you have an EP out and you're touring on the strength of that, and that you've been around for a minute. Got some bands. I mean, I had a song here. I had 2 songs that was in the playlist. I didn't even realize at the time. I have Virus by you guys and Bartenders.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
uploaded on the
Yeah.
KFMA playlist. So we played those on the air for sure. So this
Thank
is
you.
great news. We got 10 seconds. We're gonna get back on real quick because I got some follow-up questions, and then we'll let you get back to
Yes.
touring.
Absolutely.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents on the phone or the podcast broadcast with Adam Ramey from Dropout Kings. I'm sorry. And we're talking about the drama and the fallout of their Lil Xan tour. Now, with this, once it was announced that Xan was out, Xan gave a BS excuse of the reason why he can't do the tour, but he did it at the very last minute. It wouldn't be a BS excuse, and I will say this on the record, if it was maybe a month or even 2 weeks
Yeah.
before the tour
Exactly.
started and said this is a
Right.
concern and to step up, be a professional, and cover all his bases to make sure the bands like you guys were an SOL, and neither were the fans and the venues and the promoters. A lot of people are losing money on this bailout
Yeah.
and the fallout. Now, what have you been getting on your social media from Lil Xan fans? Because he's got a bunch of angry 12-year-olds. So have you been getting bombarded with hate?
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because they are all like 15 years old and stuff, and I'm just like, I responded to a couple of them because I'm like, hey, like one day you're gonna grow up and you're gonna realize that like this guy sucks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I hope you'll message me in the future and you'll be like, hey, you were right, you know what I mean? But I mean, dude, my DMs are literally just buried with
Right.
all like Lil Xan fan hate and fans or and stuff like that, and like my comments are like destroyed completely. It's kind of crazy. It's
So
funny though because they're all saying the same thing, and it's Xanarchy most of the time. So I'm
right.
like, okay, that's not even bad. You know what I
Ah,
mean?
and it's so cheesy. It's so cheesy. And
It's
it's like
so
I get it.
cheesy,
Like
dude.
kids listen to some whack stuff. That's fine. Like I get it.
We need to make a hashtag about it. Start a movement.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the whole
exactly.
branding and like face tattooing, like this kid
Ugh.
is just it's bad on
Yeah,
music, right?
yeah,
I mean, the only smash hit he's ever done was Miley's younger sister.
Ah, jeez.
I
yeah.
mean,
That's true.
legitimately. Yeah, it is legit. But that's funny. So you notice like how far back they go on your comments. So you got like a post from like 3 years ago. The 12-year-old's like Xanarchy. I'm like kick your
Oh
ass when
yeah,
I grow up.
When I
yeah,
grow up.
100%. Some of these people
When I
literally went through every single post that I had and just like every post, and there's like hundreds
Yep.
of posts on there, and just
Yeah.
every post, and it's the same person. So there's just, and it's like, dude, I run a business at the same time, right? And like even
Uh-huh.
my message, like it's so impossible to find work messages, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just so
Yeah.
great. I'm like, man, this is annoying. It's more irritating and annoying than anything, but it's also hilarious at the same time. So
Right. Yeah,
it's
I mean it's a pain in the
entertainment.
ass, but yeah, definitely entertaining. I wouldn't engage too much, but I understand the desire to be able to engage a little bit. And every like and post and comment they make is actually boosting your algorithm as well.
It's only helping you, which is
Yeah, no,
hilarious.
that's true. That's true, man. It's funny too. But yeah, it's just like, and it's like sometimes I like to try to take the people that are like that and try to turn them into a fan. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
I've done that a lot, because it's just like we're all people, and it's one of those things, But that's one of my favorite things is trying to make them turn into a fan, and a lot of them actually have too. Like there's been people like, I've never heard of you guys until this Lil Xan thing, and then I listened to you guys, and I'm like, screw this guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny, It's just like, wow, it's just crazy. This whole thing has just been so insane, and my fiance like called me the other day. She woke up in the morning. She's like, my phone was like broken almost. Like I had so many notifications. Like I thought somebody died. And she's like, what's going on? And then she's like, I just see you in all these interviews and all this stuff. So it's just been funny.
Yeah, well, someone did die. Little Xan's career died on this day.
I'm
So,
gonna be known as a dude that literally ended this dude's career.
yeah, and he did it to himself, so he has nobody to blame but
He
himself.
did. Yeah,
Now,
no, that's super true.
publications like TMZ, Loudwire, they call your music, they describe it as new metal, but how would you describe Dropout Kings?
I would
Like,
say it's like new metal, trap metal, something like
yeah,
that.
nice.
I always say
Uh,
something like that. Someone called it new metal on steroids. I was like, I'll take that.
it's the evolution, right? So I like trap metal, and I think it fits there. I think the bars and the different cadences when it comes to the rap and the vocals, your vocals are very aggressive and clean. I like that. You got a great scream, great melodies, and the rap lyrics and the bars and the cadences are very nice too. So you guys should check out
Thank
Dropout
you.
Kings if you haven't already. The name of this tour now, initially we were joking around saying it was going to be the F Lil Xan tour, but of course you saved it. What's the name of the tour now?
The Born Dead tour, which is what it
Yeah,
was called originally.
nice.
Yeah,
And and so
we're
how
not
many
allowed to
dates
call
of
it that
the
other thing.
Yeah, I know. That's too bad though. I mean, it looked great on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, it would be amazing on a t-shirt.
It would look great on a tattoo on Lil Xan's face. But
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so how many dates were you able to save from the tour? So initially you had how many dates booked?
I want to say it was like 19, and I think we managed to get 12 just about.
Nice. Excellent.
So
Well,
not too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. We're going to wrap things up with Adam on the podcast broadcast stream. But when you guys get a chance, make sure you check out Dropout Kings everywhere where you can stream music. The Glitch Gang EP is out now. There's a new single, that's fire, that you guys should check out as well. And I'll play a little bit of that on the FM side here in a little bit. Adam Ramey from Dropout Kings, everybody. We're going to wrap things up with Adam on the stream. Be back here live on Rock 102.1, so don't go away. It's KFMA.
Yeah.
Clear. I see, Adam. I'm multitasking here.
He's
so
running
I
a
got
Zeppelin.
distracted.
There's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're in a
It really does
giant
look like
airship.
that.
I know.
I always
I know.
wonder how the hell you guys do all this stuff at once.
Well, if they really treat him right, he would have an engineer, not just a goof. And I have someone that helps him.
Nah.
But, instead.
We'll get there, Adam. Yeah. So, we got to get you back to Arizona here after you wrap up. So you're going to be doing this tour. Then you guys are going to be gearing up for a European tour as well.
Yeah. We're doing a UK Euro run, and then after that we got a run in Australia as well, and then that's pretty much a wrap for the year on the books.
Nice. Well, when you get back to the States and Arizona and stuff, let me know. We'll definitely book a show with you down here.
Please.
Show some love,
Totally.
pack it out with some
That'd be
Tucson
amazing.
folks. Yeah,
That'd
I know
be
you guys
awesome.
played down
Let's
here
run
before,
that.
and I know that you got love down here, and we also have mutual friends
Totally.
on the label Suburban Noise. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you checking in with us, filling us in on all this drama.
Thank you.
I'm team fuck Lil Xan as well. So you got an ally in me, and I wish you
Hey,
continued
I
success.
appreciate y'all.
Of course,
Thank you,
yes.
man. Thank you.
Yes.
It really does mean a lot, and thank you for bringing attention to our story and helping us out with this, because every piece of press like this, it just really helps us, and especially you guys are AZ, so it really hits different. So I appreciate it.
No, absolutely.
We
And I'm
all
from
do.
Phoenix too, so what part of Phoenix you from? What part of town?
I'm on it's pretty much downtown.
Oh, you're downtown. All right, nice. And you didn't grow up downtown. You live in downtown now. Where'd you grow up in Phoenix?
Yeah,
What side
I
of town?
grew up in Glendale, technically. So
West Side. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I'm 51st in Peoria. Is my
I was
hood.
on I lived on 51st Ave in Northern for a long time, and then when I was in high school, I lived on 59th Avenue in Greenway, and I went to Cactus High School.
There you go. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I went Deer Valley Cactus or Mount Ridge. So, yeah.
Oh,
So,
nice. Yeah, Mountain Ridge. I know a ton of people that went. That's funny.
Yeah, that's where those two schools partied a lot. So there's a kinship
Yes,
there.
they did.
Yeah. So
There
Adam, I got
is,
your
there
back.
is.
You're on my
Thank you,
radar.
brother.
I'm going to continue to show love and support. And
Likewise.
so and Razor, my music director, says he plays Dropout Kings on incoming every time you drop a new tune. So have your publicist
he's a
drop
blessing.
them. Yeah, tell your publicist to drop them that new because that single's fire
Okay,
too.
I will.
All right. I'll let you get back to the crew and everyone. Send everyone to my love and good luck on the rest of your tour. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you guys. I'll have them send that.
Right on. Cool. All right. Adam Ramey, everybody. Dropout Kings. Keeping the beef going on What's Your Beef. Our good friend Hotrock Supajoint.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. You smell weed. I was like, oh, we got a theme on this Wednesday. And Hot Rock got some beef as well. Right, homie?
Oh my God, homie. I don't know if I even want to talk about it because it's like, I don't want to make him gain more followers than the 4 he already has, yo.
No, our streamers won't follow this guy, but we definitely have to talk to him. I went from, Adam with beefing with Lil Xan to you beefing with fucking Lil Nobody. Yes.
If I would have known, I would have worn my Rage Against Little Xan t-shirt instead of my Rage Against the Machine Gun Kelly t-shirt today, yo.
Where's he gets the Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah, you got to show me that screenshot, or I should just pull it up, at least of them doing the Hot Rock parody, a parody of a parody, mind you. It is goddamn amazing that they would go to this links, and you could tell they're just the dumbest shit. And I explained it in the show open that, when I've had issues with musicians like this before, it was never the good musicians. It was never the ones that were respectable or had anything of value to offer at all. It was
exactly.
only the garbage ones who get so easily offended when you politely tell them thanks, but no thanks. Right?
So the whole deal is here. I just sent you a link to his Twitch so you can see what I was talking about. If you look in your Facebook or
okay, my Gmail.
which one? Your IG or IG.
Oh, my Instagram. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so y'all know I run a podcast every Wednesday. That's why I'm on your show, homie, just to hang out with you and hype my shit. And and he did this. He did a cover of what is it? What's the name of the song?
The Run
Pumped
for My
Up
Guns.
Kicks.
Yes.
Pumped Up Kicks. He did a cover of Pumped Up Kicks on a Saturday, and then on that Tuesday, 18 kids are dying in Texas. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off playing this, homie, because it just like you guys talk about legitimate like news stories and stuff. We just talk about weed and cartoons and music. That's all we do on my podcast.
Right.
So
right.
I try my best not to pull things down. You know, I want to just keep it light and simple and let's just smoke some weed, that kind of shit. And and so I was like, homie, I'm not gonna play your cover. Send me something else, yo. That's it.
That's being uber nice, because you didn't even need to do that, and you shouldn't even have done that because you knew based off the cover that they weren't going to be good anyways, and the quality wasn't going to be good. You know,
the quality sucked, and it's just like I was like, I didn't want to say, hey man, your song sucks, yo. He's like, no, I totally changed it. I'm like, yeah, you changed it. You took it from listenable to unlistenable, but that was it. That's the only change that there was. And so, and then he freaks out. And he's like, all these people, blah, 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 blah. And then all the Supajoint homies, they're just like, hey, you can't be talking to Supajoint like that. And there's 150 comments in his shit. And there's like none of his friends there backing him up like at all. And I'm like, God damn, if I was in a beef on the interwebs and not one of my homies backed me up, I'd be feeling pretty bad. But he just doubled down on that shit and just
he did.
You know?
I will give him credit for this though, because I did find this hilarious. The character Hotshot Stupid Fuck. I'm sorry, you know I love you, but that's fucking hilarious.
That's
like,
funny shit, yo.
Yeah. How are we gonna?
Is that a mop as a wig? That's good.
I think it's a mop wig. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. But they can't afford a real wig, so you work with what you get.
Yes.
Nothing. And again, it's not a new mop either. Nothing like using a
that's
dirty
old
mop.
He's gonna get pink eye off that.
Pink eye off.
It's Hot Shot Stupid Fuck on the. Oh my god!
They really went all out, huh?
They did with the
and
Walmart
the Stupa
hooker
show with a phone number to call. Like,
yep.
They did it. They basically ripped the entire gimmick, and
well,
at the
of
same
course
time,
he did. He's a fan for 3 whole weeks. I've been listening.
That's what I was like. Okay, so I've done like 144, 145 episodes. And he's like, I've been watching for 3 weeks. I know what you're all about. I'm like, dude, you don't know shit.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
oh my god!
And so I just pulled the. I get they were trying to make fun of me, and that's totally fine, homie. I make fun of myself.
That's part of the gimmick, right? That's
exactly.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make fun of me, but they're just being assholes about it. And I'm like, it's not from a positivity kind of thing. It's not like having fun with somebody. It's trying to make fun of somebody. And they're
coming at you.
Right. And they pulled my music off my show. And the dude's like, oh yeah, I totally remade your song. Like I remade that cover song, and he just took my song and like flipped it backwards. So I hit him with the DMCA takedown notice on YouTube and got that shit taken down. So
that's hilarious.
That's good.
There's this thing called copyright, homies, and you gotta get somebody's okay to play something, or you get slapped, man. Go ask Bittersweet Symphony, the Verve.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't be getting away with that shit. Now, have you blocked him from all contact, or is he still harassing you?
I blocked him from all contact because it just got old. It was just him lying about everything, and I don't battle tweakers, yo.
Yes, and it definitely looks like fat tweaker from Tennessee. I get it.
Oh no, Vermont, homie, Vermont.
Oh, Vermont. Even worse.
Oh no, I mean Vermont's actually kind of fancy, right? Don't they have Ben and Jerry's up there?
I guess they got backwoods out there, yo.
That's he just stole it from. I was just saying, yeah, they got lots of backwoods out there though too.
Yeah, I guess.
Not the raps. Not the blunt raps. I'm talking about like some backwoods where
You'd
People-
think that, you know, it would have been nice if they did their parody, because then they do start smoking weed in it. If within a few minutes, like, you know, maybe he's not that bad, he's funny. Because if they just got high and had some fun, they might just enjoy themselves. But instead, they're
true.
stupid.
Dude started, he was just like, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to break your legs and I'm going to break your bones and blah, blah, blah. I'm coming to Phoenix. I'm like, no, you're not. They don't take food stamps at the fucking
Yeah.
airport, yo. Get
Yeah.
off my
Take
shit.
food
Leave me
stamps
alone.
at the airport.
When I'm on tour, you're not going on tour. What are you talking about? You're
He
gonna
keeps losing band members. He keeps yelling at his band members during his live feed. And they're like, well, we're out of here, yo. You're being a jerk. So
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
you couldn't
it's
even
like-
keep the band members on his live feed.
I got his band members hitting me up, telling me about, you know, he's got problems, and I got his baby mama hitting me up saying like, oh yeah, he's got tax evasion problems and CPF blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh man, this guy's a treat. I don't even want to deal with this.
That's amazing. That
I
is
wish
amazing.
I could be
though.
beefing with Lil Xan though. Yo, that'd be so much better for my brand, homie.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Thank
You know. Yeah, I know.
That hot
mean,
shot
that-
stupid fuck.
That is the best name. I was like, oh man. That's...
It is. It's a shit. Now, here's the funny thing, though, is that you have to now do hot shot stupid fuck as like your Bizarro. Like that
My-
should be your Venom. Like your
Crack-
Spider-Man.
Crack Rock Stupid Pipe, Super Pipe is like the actual
Is that your other one?
antithesis
That's
of Hot Rock. Somebody
hilarious.
else in Phoenix, like one of my legitimate homies, was like, "I'm gonna beef with you to get us both hype." And I'm like, "Do what you gotta do, homie." And he's like,
That's an
I'm
old
Crack
school-
Rock. I'm Crack Rock Super.
Hold on, I thought we were gonna get on the air.
All right.
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's a Weedness Day, so we're joined by weed rapper extraordinaire Mr. Hotrock Supajoint on this What's Your Beef Wednesday, and we've been getting caught up on the drama that's been happening in Hot Rock Circle with weirdos coming at him, and we're talking about bizarro personalities because we got Hot Rock Supajoint, and you said your friend came up with an idea to create a beef and do an alternate character. What was his name going to be?
His name was gonna be Crack Rock Super Pipe.
Yeah.
And he just, instead of smoking weed, he smokes crack. And I was
Yeah.
like, do what you got to do, homie. It's funny. And this isn't even funny. It's just kind of sad, yo. So I just kind of blocked all their stuff. And
I would say, you know, it would be good to start a fake rivalry or beef. You know, a lot of artists have done this in the past. Obviously, like 50 Cent and Kanye West are notorious for it, and Axl Rose, and you know, just beefing with everybody. It gets attention on the product. So yeah, if you started this faux beef between Crack Rock, Super Pipe, I would give updates on the daily. What's going on between the beef between Hot Rock and Crack Rock, because the world needs to know. You
The
know?
world needs to know.
Yeah, I can't remember the last beef I had, but I'm sure I'll have one with Lil Xan after my interview with Adam from Dropout Kings.
Yeah, we got to add
They're
him.
Airs on
pretty funny, yo.
TikTok.
Yeah,
I've
Adam.
been F Lil Xan for a while, man. You know, like it's just how it is. You know, I wouldn't hate on him if he was good. So, you know, that's just how
That's all it takes. That's the bar.
is
that's
is
the bar,
Lil-
yeah.
is Lil Xan Gucci Gang?
No, that's a different Lil.
That's
Yeah.
Lil Pump. That's what.
Yeah.
That's all the littles. Yeah, I get confused because I'm 6'5", so
Yeah,
it's hard to
was-
see all these littles from way up here.
Right. And he was part of the class of Lils. And you know, the thing is, when I got super high and beyond high, right? I could mumble out some melodies that sometimes would be catchy because you get into a state of subconsciousness where, you know, there is kind of like that transcendental connection that you can get. So this is what Lil Xan did. He was so high on Oxycontins and in front of a microphone, and they put on a beat. He was able to kind of just like grunt out something that was kind of catchy. It wasn't coherent.
It's all
It
about
did.
the yeah. You gotta put those in there. That's
Yeah.
where it's at. Yeah.
Right. And then the song is only like a minute, 30-second song anyways. But, you know, 12-year-old kids love that stuff. They eat it up. And that's what got him a little bit of notoriety, enough notoriety where he could still go on tour for like 1,500 person venues, which is insane. But it's time to change the game. And we're going to call out these, you know, whack artists one by one. And we already got our first one in our bullseye. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, Hot Rock. You
Get 'em.
powers the entire army. Take them down.
Yes.
We're going to keep BSing with our good friend Hot Rock Supajoint. Of course, it's a Weedness Day. And every Wednesday, That's him and all his change you're hearing. Every Wednesday he has his Supajoint podcast that happens at 7 p.m. at superjoint.com. So that's just a friendly reminder. Keeping the conversation going with some surveys I'm going to share with Hot Rock, and we got more coming up after Linkin Park. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right.
That was some good radio right there, homie. You're pro at this.
I'm pro-ing it. Yeah, let's hear some little beef. And yeah, okay, give me
a little beef.
Yeah, I'll drink a couple 40s, smoke a blunt, and then be like,
yeah.
I mean, if I drop a beat, maybe it's when I see rappers like this too, I get genuinely kind of disappointed because I worked really hard on the craft. I'm one of those never made it type of rappers, right? You know, I had my moments in life that were small victories, and I won a bunch of battles, but it was a different sport back then.
It was a different time.
Different time, Powers. It's different time, yo.
Way back when, just old and stuff. And now, you know,
horse-driven carriages and making butter on your own.
We used to have to make beats on garbage cans. You know, and yeah, that's how we made beats. With no SoundCloud.
And buckets.
Yeah, buckets, yeah. And karaoke machines. And then you just put it on a mixtape and you redub it a million times over to where it's incoherent. And if it was incoherent enough, it sounded like Lil Xan.
Yeah.
Let me break down some studies here for you, Hot Rock, because you know we like to inform.
I love it.
A study found that toe tapping songs are good for your brain. Right now, I say this all the time, and this is like radio 101.
I just want to say I love a good toe tapper. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean it's a cheesy saying.
I can't tap my toes to Lil Xan's music. I try, but I just tap out.
Yeah. So yeah, but they say the old radio saying that I say, I don't know if it's a saying, but it should be like people like listen or they like a song they hear, right? But they love a song they know.
Sure.
Right. So you could like a song that you hear, but you're only going to love the song if you know. So that's what this study is basically proving, that listening to like this station, like KFMA, like songs we play every day, is actually good for people's brains. And it's not just because of our great banter, but because the songs that you love is good for your actual brain, the songs that make you tap your feet. And scientists in Japan looked at how brain activity is affected by music, and that's got a groove to it, quote unquote groove. And they found the positive effect on the prefrontal cortex, which is an important part of your cortex. The prefrontal.
Yeah.
Yes. Way more important.
Not the back nine.
No, you don't want it. Doesn't matter what happens back there. Nobody's looking. It's hindsight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the side frontal, not good. So you need to get into prefrontal. I don't know what I'm saying.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of post frontal. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. There you go. That's what we're going for. But that's part of the brain that helps with planning, self-control, short-term memory, and abstract thinking. It's like legitimately the most important part of a creative's brain. So the catch is that you need to do it with songs that you know and love, and not songs you never heard before.
Can I give you the modern version of that? That's not a toe tapper, a headbanger. Same thing. Like when you're actually like boom, 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 boom. Not just you're not tapping your toe, but that's what they mean. Because last night when I was driving home, Run to the Hills came on. For some reason, I just felt it. And I turned the music all the way up and drove down that highway screaming Run to the Hills. And it was great.
You're talking about Kate Bush. Run to the Hills by Kate Bush?
No. Run to the Hills by, Iron Maiden.
Oh, okay. Yeah, huge fan. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
I lost you on that. I was doing something else.
I could see you were like almost trying to read. I could tell.
Yeah,
so your eyes darting back and forth.
Yeah, no, I want to play this video here real quick.
Oh, what do you got?
Well, it's not a movie hack. When are you doing another movie hack, Hot Rock?
I don't know, homie. I had drama to deal with this week, so I didn't get anything done. I was just between the drama and my video games, homie. My whole weekend was gone.
That's the problem with drama. It's time consuming.
Exactly.
You know, that negative energy like takes away from the positive energy you're trying to put in to be able to create and build up on that. So you got nothing special planned for your show today?
What about, I'm gonna be smoking some weed and watching some cartoons and listening to some music. We got 10 new songs, 10 new Earth premieres that nobody ain't ever heard music wise. We got like 5 new cartoons. We might spin the wheel and see what movie preview hack comes up. I got a bunch of memes on deck. I'm ready, homie.
Nice. Yeah. I do love the Hot Rock meme hack. Let me share this. I came across this on the internet, and hopefully this will play. This is pretty cool. So somebody, this is right up your alley too, Hot Rock. Somebody mashed up and pitch corrected Eminem's "Lose Yourself" to Super Mario Brothers theme song.
Oh my God.
They put together a video, and it sounds perfect. Like, check this out, dude. You're gonna trip. Hopefully it plays.
Snap back to reality. Oh, the ghost gravity. Oh, the ghost
This is awesome.
He's so happy. Talk daddies, he know. He won't have any notes. He's so fast, he's close. He's so mad. His moves, his help in the music. The moment you roll it, you better never let go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Hi, my name is what? My name is my name is
Fantastic.
All right. Isn't that amazing?
I love they use
good.
the blue screen like a green screen. They got rid of the sky and just all they got to do is use like green screen.
Oh, that's what they did.
That means you
Nice.
could do that with anything with Super Mario
Wow.
Brothers. That's kind of fun.
Oh,
You can
nice.
eliminate that blue and put the background to be anything.
Could we do that then?
We could do that.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
it's funny.
That's not a bad idea for you either, Hot Rock.
I'm gonna change it to stupid Mario fuck.
Hot Rock, stupid Mario. Fuck. Good callback. That was a great callback.
Thanks, Simon.
Now, when you first saw that,
Stupid Mario.
was it laugh out loud, or were you just like, "Oh man, what are you doing?"
These are out. I don't even know where I was. Hold on, let me think. It was a Saturday, and I was getting high, and I was like,
Okay.
"Oh my God, yo!" Because I missed that whole first part because I didn't tune in. I tuned in later, and then I went back to check their shit, and I was like, "Oh no, you can't be doing this, homie. You got to make it up on your own, yo. You can't be using my stuff against me, yo."
So
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. True. Yeah, I mean, if you want to really do it, then you got to put in the work.
You got to
know,
put in the
it's just
effort,
lazy.
homies. Exactly.
Did he even do a good impression of you, or was he just being terrible?
He was just. It was amazing, homie. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Yo. I'm just so impressed. Now I want to move to Vermont and have a wrestling match with some guy in a quadruple X shirt.
That's still tight on him. Yeah,
He's gonna be so happy about all this hype he's getting, yo.
we're not saying his name.
I know.
I won't ever say his name. You know, it doesn't deserve. It's just a waste of breath.
Well,
But I
'cause
do like
also-
make fun of him.
Yeah, you gotta let crazy simmer away.
Well,
You don't
yeah.
want to feed it. Don't
I mean,
keep feeding
you
it.
couldn't get farther away in the country than this kid's at. So it's like, yeah, okay, very threatening. I mean, why don't you be from Australia? Like, I mean, literally the other side of the world. It's like, there's no way. There's inflation and shit, right? Like a plane ticket from Vermont to Arizona is like $3,000.
Well, I
I
just
don't
mean
know.
more for the headache of getting in Hot Rock's life. You just want to be like, just stop doing it. Like, we don't want to tag him and keep, he'll bother him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more spotlight for him.
No, I bet you had fun with it because he's like, oh, people care. People pay attention to
People
me.
love me. I've got more than 2 interactions on all my posts. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking random fights on the internet all over the United States.
That's
Yeah.
stuff happened. I've dealt with that in the past too. Because when I owned that store and I'm an artist cartoonist, so you have people being like, "Oh, you got to draw my idea."
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
do I? What's your idea? Oh, it's all in my head. I'm like, oh, is it? And then they'll describe, Star Wars or Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
It's always those two. So they'll describe their version of Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. And I'm like, okay, go write it down, and then I'll do it. What do you mean? Well, I mean, it's all up here. I'm like, yeah, go write it down and bring me the scripts and I'll do it. I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've said the same thing to you though too about certain pitches, and I'm like, did you start writing it? You're like, no.
With
I'm
what?
like, well, there you have a couple things about Pissed Off Panda and your movie
Yeah, but
on
that's
that.
fine.
and-
I ain't
know,
trying to get
but-
you to do it.
No,
That's
you're right.
the difference. I can tell you, hey, when I'm 50, I'm gonna do this thing.
Yeah, but
That's fine.
Oh, is that your timeline? You're gonna start doing it when you're 50?
It depends.
Nah, I say do it now.
It depends.
I'm saying like right now. Bust out the iPad, start typing.
See you
Start
guys later.
tippy
I got work to
typing.
do. Here we go.
Oh yeah, well, I love the theme that we have going on today. Hey, and speaking of what's your beef, fuck Herb Stratford.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
Herb Stratford, you heard it here.
That's right. New
hot
take
from beef.
Is that Herb like weed, yo?
No.
Oh.
Just movie critic Herb. Even though he does look like one of those guys who would smoke a J, he would call it.
He would call it some grass. He would call it J.
Up in the Pacific Northwest in wine country.
Yes, in wine country.
Yeah.
He'd call it a funny cigarette. He'd call it wacky tobacco.
Yeah. It's a good friend. Wow. All right. I got this. We got a minute 10 before we go on here. And this is actually exciting news here because scientists say that owners might be able to have two-way conversations with their pets.
What?
Yes. So I want you to think about this, right? Ooh, and don't say it out loud yet. But I want you to think what your dog would say to you and then what your cat would say to you.
Sure.
Okay. If this a two-way conversation, because it seems like it's much ado about nothing, like a waste of money, or I mean, like, would it scare you? Like, if you're talking to a cat and you find out your cat's a psychopath, your cat's just like, evil Garfield.
Yeah.
Like, I really hate your fucking face and I can't wait till you die because I'm going to eat you. Like, that's what your cat can say to you.
So you mean just Garfield? You haven't read it in a while, apparently.
Oh, is that the evolution of
Very
Garfield?
dark.
Jesus.
Very
I know. I'm not up to date on that timeline. Yeah. All right. So we're on 13 seconds here. All right. And a 10. Thanks to that. Yeah, that's our on hold music. Hotrock Supajoint on the podcast broadcast.
He's a pro.
Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I came across this story about scientists saying that owners may soon have two-way conversations with their pets. They've been making progress in being able to communicate with animals, and a team in Israel is using ultrasonic frequency detectors to translate the noises that bats make, and they say that could also progress to cats and dogs. But I don't think we want to have a two-way conversation with our cats or dogs. I mean, if I imagine it, like Powers, say that you're my dog. Okay. What would be if I say, "Hey, buddy, how was your day today?"
Food.
Okay, yeah, but did you do anything fun?
Food.
Oh, that's cool. Good boy. I'll get you some food.
Out.
Yeah, did you miss me?
Out.
You gotta go pee.
Out.
Oh, you gotta go pee.
Food.
Oh, which one is it? Shut the F up, dog. Disconnect that right off the bat. So that's the dog, right? Very simple. Not one you would really want to have a conversation with. But the cats are a little more complex.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of people believe the cats are evil. So Hot Rock, say like you're my cat here and I could talk with you. What would that conversation be like?
Well, you got to talk to me, homie. What would you say?
Yeah.
How would you start the conversation?
I'm like, hey, Hot Rock Kitty, Daddy's home.
Beef, quit masturbating. I'm sick of looking at you masturbate. Why you watch TV? Leave me alone.
I didn't know that you could see that, Hot Rock Kitty. Where are you?
Just because I can lick myself doesn't mean that you should try to.
Well, I mean, Jesus, stop shaming me, Hot Rock Kitty. I thought you're my pet. I take care of you. Don't you love me?
We're on the radio, so I can't say everything I want to say. But
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
you know what I'm saying.
Get the beep button ready for the cat.
All right. Well, we'll get some uncensored Hot Rock on the podcast broadcast stream right now. Join us on the Facebook page here, youtube.com/beefvegan. Your beef tip coming up after Green Day, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Oh, how evil was your cat going to get, Hot Rock?
I know. I follow a dog on Instagram called What About Bunny, and they've got these buttons that these dogs are pushing now, and the dogs are talking to you, homie. They've got all these buttons that go on the floor, and the dog walks up and says, "Dad, walk, food," and like it'll tell you like things. Dad, Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 3 was fantastic. The dogs are just going through and like pushing these buttons and talking to you, and I'm amazed. And I'm also trying to figure out, the Israelis, do bats speak Israeli? I'm so confused on this. I thought that bats would speak like, I don't know, something that I didn't think that bats were Jewish, but I guess
Transylvanian.
Exactly. The bats are all blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, they know.
Oh, boy.
The sun is far too bright.
I want to go see Morbius again.
No one says that.
No, not even
bats. Yeah. Now you did mention Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I know that you had an update on Obi-Wan Kenobi, right?
It was the #1 premiere in all of Disney Plus history. So setting those records.
Did you watch it? Did you like it, Hot Rock?
I watched it last night, homie. Right at midnight on Weedness Day, I got to watch that because I know I'm going to be going on YouTube later, and I don't want everybody spoiling it. So I got to see it as soon as I can. Yeah, when it was awesome. I love it.
I don't need to watch Boba Fett to see this, right?
No. I don't
think so.
This is 10 years before Star Wars is when
10 years before Episode 1? Okay.
Episode 4.
Yes.
10 years before. Well,
it starts with Episode 4.
Okay.
Oh, but no, 10 years before Episode 1 because
no, because then Obi-Wan would be a little kid. Episode 1
Right, Episode 1 is Obi-Wan.
The Phantom Menace. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it was after the Phantom Menace, before Episode 4.
After what's the third one? Revenge of the
Attack
Sith?
of the Clones.
Attack of the
Revenge
Clones.
of the Sith. Yeah.
It's one of those. I get lost, homies. I'm kind of high right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 10 years before The New Hope.
Okay.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's like little Anakin and little Princess Leia running around doing stuff, and Obi-Wan's doing stuff too, and he's. It's pretty exciting.
That's pretty spot on. Lightsaber.
That was
Thanks,
good.
homie. I practice it.
Yeah. You probably practice it a little too much. It's like in the mirror, just what are you doing? Oh, I'm just really high, homie.
Yeah.
I need to do a lightsaber impersonation.
Smoke this weed. Obi-Wan Super Kenobi.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm a naysayer who's being proven wrong. People are really digging this, and if they're doing it well, is Jon Favreau doing any of these episodes or all of them?
I ain't seen him in any of the episodes yet.
Okay, yeah, so it'd be interesting to see. Usually, it's been Favreau who's been the sole resurrector of this.
Well, he's a Mando, Mandalorian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favreau and Filoni. I
Filoni.
think Deborah Chow is the director of this. She's doing a good job, homies. I'm pretty excited. We're 3 episodes in out of 6. I'm loving it, yo. I love new content, homie.
Heck yeah, right?
Yeah. And then Brian said, great job of doing a commentary, a Dia de las Luchas.
Thank you, Brian.
Yes.
I appreciate that. You would appreciate it. I was a little more heel. I was like heel commentator. I had told Scott I'm going to be like, I'm going to be a little more wild tonight. And it was fun. I think I did some of my best work, no lie. Like but it was easy. When the boys make it easy by having amazing wrestling matches, my job's super easy.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was good.
All right. Well, let's get ready for this. I got to get set up for my beef tip. We did a good F My Life this morning, and I want to share with you guys. So we're going to air that and be right back with your beef tip after this. Stick around.
Got self-loving by your mom?
Awkward.
It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, time for another round of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations emailed to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call right now, 600 KFMA at 600-5362, and Powers and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. This first F My Life made me think of you, Powers, and I think you'll know why.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Ryan sent me this email, and he said, today my dad asked me what I wanted for my birthday. The only thing I wanted was the complete series of Dragon Ball Z on DVD.
Okay.
He just sighed, shook his head, and asked me to pick something normal. F My Life? What do you say?
I'm going to say, big baby. Listen, you can't have your parents approving of your anime. What are you thinking? Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also, why are you buying DVDs? What are you thinking?
Yeah, let's see. He's a collector like you. I mean,
That's
how
true.
many DVDs do you have that you
Well,
don't watch?
All of them.
Exactly. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to say big baby as well, Ryan. Maybe your dad's onto something. Powers. All right.
Fools.
Next F My Life situation. Alexander sent me this email, said, today, after a brief survey of everyone I know, they revealed that everyone, including my parents, sibling, and best friends, thinks I'm gay. I had to do the first reverse coming out in history. Like, no, I love the ladies. F my life. What do you say?
I will say F my life because I tend to get this from time to time based on my fashion sense.
Right, yeah.
I'm often defending myself from
But
that
at the
sort of
same
thing.
time, maybe you want to change your name or just simplify it and bring it down to Alex instead of Alexander. I don't think that's doing you any favors because you
true.
could say it so like grandiose, Alexander.
Oh.
Mm.
Go by
Fancy.
Al. You'll be fine.
Yeah, Al. You never see a gay Al.
Yeah. Well,
Big gay Al. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. All right, you're boned.
Yeah.
All right, next up, my life situation sent to me by Adam. Today I found out my wife isn't cheating. She says she's just getting older and sex isn't important to her anymore. She's 27. All right. That's my life for Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
she's cheating.
Yeah, you'd have to wait another 15 years for her to get horny again. You think she's cheating too, huh? No.
Of course.
27-year-olds sometimes go through dry spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Women are weird. All right, 2 more left.
You heard it here. You heard it here, folks.
Women be shopping. Women be weird. All right, Janie wrote this one. Said, today my boyfriend drove 20 miles to come see me. The closest we got to intimacy was him showing me how he could unlock his iPhone with his penis. I take that back. Men be weird.
Men are weird.
Men are weird. Yeah.
Guys are dumb.
Yeah. F my life for Janie.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds like she wanted some. Maybe I should hook you up with Adam.
Yeah,
All right.
that's not how D-pics work.
Exactly. Final F my life for the day sent to me by Curtis. Curtis said, today at work, I had to tell someone to put out a cigarette. He yelled at me saying, it's a free country. I work at a gas station. Hotrock Supajoint, of course, his super show is tonight at 7 p.m. You could join Hotrock at superjoint.com. Of course, Adam Ramey from Dropout Kings. Check out Dropout Kings on all your streaming services. They're doing big things. And F Lil Xan. That's the message of the day. But before we leave you, let me give you a beef tip. First and foremost, you should never cheat. But the woman on TikTok said that she realized her boyfriend was cheating on her when she came back from a trip and all of her bathroom stuff was under the sink, right? So he stashed all of her bathroom stuff.
Oh.
Uh-huh. So the beef tip to you is if you're going to cheat, which you should not cheat, don't be lazy. You can't be lazy and cheat. You're going to get caught 10 out of 10 times. All right. So, make sure to put out the extra effort in and clean up properly. That's the only proper way to do it. But again, beef tip, do not cheat. But if you're going to cheat, don't be lazy.
You got to keep a clear head when it's all said and done. That's right. Make sure you take that VHS out of the VCR, close those bookmarks.
Yeah. Take a bunch of pictures before how everything was before you moved it and then move it back. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Tomorrow morning, we'll continue to give away tickets for As I Lay Dying. But till then, Riley's up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef,
thanks, guys.
Who will come and
see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Grief. But if you've been mean or trying to bad,
this one's a toe tap.
I will knock out all your teeth.